Only Graha and his vanish spell were here. Oh, but there are other ways of turning invisible. Hippity hop, my little toads. Hey, beautiful people, how are you today? Let me know in the comments down below, and this should be, we're on part 3. Ran out of time last time. It's gonna be a long video, but now we're going to this place, a labyrinthine descent. I forget what the place was called, but they did show it off a little bit. Alice is excited to share your revelations. We should tell the others what we've learned about the Gleaners. Going ahead to Numenon, I don't know how to pronounce that, and I'll join you in a moment. Master Dickon will want his cups back. Music! Oh, it's all the way over there. Welcome back, Shosov. Been for a walk and cleared your head, have you? Not exactly. We did some impromptu investigating and turned up information on the Gleaners. It makes sense. The Gleaners take their requests directly from institutions and bureaucrats, but as you say, they ultimately answer to the Forum. A sudden and significant increase in Gleaner traffic and in cargo. It certainly gives the impression of an overarching plan being put into motion. Let us see what we can build from the facts. My voice is all messed up right now, excuse me. As Y'shtola observed earlier, Numenon's archives appear to contain no information concerning the final days. Coupled with what Shosov and Alice learned in the last stand, we can be reasonably sure that most Sharlayans know nothing of that particular period of ancient history. Yet my father and his colleagues are not only familiar with the final days, but are also somehow certain that the destruction being perpetrated by the Telepheroi is wholly unlike these apocalyptic events. Moreover, the Forum claims to be so occupied by a duty of such pressing importance that they saw fit to unanimously deny Eorzio's request for aid. And now the Gleaners, official agents of the state, have been mobilized on an unprecedented scale. I do not think it a stretch to conclude that the Gleaners' recent activities are in service to the Forum's secretive ends. In which case, our next course of action seems obvious. We visit Labyrinthos, that's the name, and assess the situation for ourselves. And, if we're lucky, the Gleaners will be far more receptive to our questions. A fine idea? A fine idea. Not sure why Shosov's like, I'm gonna beat them up. I'm glad you approve. You won't be disappointed, I promise. Seeker of knowledge, you know. As for myself, there are a few more subjects I should like to research. I may join you later, but feel free to leave behind your borrowed books and be on your way. I'll see to it that each is returned to its proper place. That would a great help. Actual typo? That would be a great help. Thank you, Raha. Actually, a typo, I guess. It happens. Let's head down the stairs over there, and I'll show you where the entrance is. Alright, lead the way. Ready? Labyrinthos is not too far from here, but you may find the path a bit disorienting. I'll take the lead, so stay close. Follow Alice and try not to fall behind. That's when she just starts sprinting. Oh wait, it does say that she sets off on a brisk walk, so I can't just follow. Everybody else is walking with her. Why? It's pleasant here amongst the trees. You say that, but please, for the love of fucking God, could we speed things along, my friend? Come now, my friend, and let us begin our contest anew. Now we try to run. Or now we run, try to keep up. Thank God. Is it you, Icon Slayer? Like, Vacanzinos. Alice, you're so slow. I mean, I guess her running at least is like my pace. I'm gonna laugh if she actually starts sprinting, so I'm gonna get ready for it. I think it would actually be really funny if she just started sprinting. Not far now. Here we are, through this door and down the stairs. You did remember to attune to the shard back there, didn't you? It'll make your life much easier if you need to come back in a hurry. Otherwise, we should keep moving. Yes, let me inside. Let me in. We're all here now, yes? I've taken the liberty of securing permission for our group's descent. Right? Everyone onto the lift, and down we go. New area, cutscene, cutscene.
Deep beneath the scholar's city shines a false sun within a fabricated sky. In any age exist those who consider the floor an extension of their bookshelves, and this vault's architects surely belonged to that special breed. If the stack grows too high, start a new one. If no room remains, then make more rooms. A simple solution at first, and then bit by bit, a profound transformation. Knowledge buried beneath knowledge, a growing, creeping labyrinth from which there is no escape.
Oh, that was cool at first, and then it went a little creepy. Labyrinthos, a place that I really wanted to see. It's very pretty, and it's very neat looking. Voice cutscene.
Not what you expected. I must admit, the artifice is very convincing. But I assure you that we are beneath Sharlayan itself. The breeze you feel, the flowing waters you hear, all created by the hand of man.
The island is volcanic, you see, and once upon a time this great hollow must have been a reservoir for magma. It was discovered some 400 years ago, at which point it was repurposed as a storage facility for scrolls and samples and such. Renovations have continued, with nigh on no interruption to this day, with the lower levels still undergoing expansion.
Aren't those people gleaners?
Funny.
Aye, judging by their dress. They are said to work alone as a rule, but 'twould seem that rule is being enthusiastically broken today. It may be as you suspected, that they are engaged in a task apart from the norm.
Let's spread out and get some answers then. Ugh.
Trial? The hell was that about?
Did you call to me just now? No. How odd. I must be a bit dizzy from the descent. I'll be fine, I'm sure. Let's get to work, shall we?
That's concerning. Joseph's like, that's not good. You want to know what I'm doing? Hauling books. And ore, and fauna. If it needs hauling, I haul it. Every decade or so, they take stock in Labyrinthos, you know, sort and tidy up the inventory. Never seen an operation like this before, though. They just did one a few summers ago, even. Then, with no warning at all, this mess gets dropped in our laps. Ordered from on high. Damned if I know the reason. Could be that they're changing the layout, preparing for the next big expansion. Let me think. The Rhea seeds should be item, come and see, blah, 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 blah. My head feels like it's stuffed with Moko grass. Buy more loads to take out than carry in. Why do all this at once and risk mixing it up? What if someone mistakes the Kurthan carrots for the Girabanian carrots? What then? Oh, wait, this is a male here. I didn't even realize. You here to help or give me more headaches? Because you don't have the look of a gleaner and I'm in no mood for idle chatter. One of my colleagues was so exhausted he took a tumble and crashed into a pile of crates. Now I have a pack of marmots running loose. Any luck, Shosov? What tales did the gleaners have to tell? So this grand operation began without warning, and for every item they bring in, they're sending more inventory somewhere else. That would explain the haggard faces I've been seeing. We were right, the Forum is definitely up to something, and they're turning Labyrinthos upside down in the process. Cryle appears lost in thought. Glorified Ratcatcher. We will do well to learn more of what specifically the Gleaners are being tasked to do, as well as who has tasked them to do it. If your game shows off, I have an idea. Yeah, I will get down on the ground so we can do this little... You gotta whisper in my ear, and it's easier if I get down here. Didn't one of the Gleaners you questioned say something about escaped mammoths? Perhaps if you were to help him capture said creatures, he might be inclined towards a more friendly and enlightening conversation? Understood. In the meantime, I will turn my charms upon this Gleaner here. We can compare notes afterwards. Happy hunting. Well, Cryle, you do that. You wish to help me find the marmots? I have nothing suitable to pay you for your services, but if you're offering out of the goodness of your heart, I'd welcome the assistance. Just leave it to me. I'm the champion of Eorzea, the adventurer by trade. The name's... oh my god. The name's Aaronville, friend, specialist in the collection of live specimens. That said, the capture of these Naxian marmots is a trial I've no desire to repeat. Grizzled mice, they call them. For a mercy, there are no other marmot species on this tier at present, so there should be no mistaking our little fugitives. If you happen to catch any, stuff them in a sack. In this sack, gently, of course. Where to begin, you wonder? I've not seen any scampering around here, so we'll need to widen our search into the surrounding forest. Be on your guard. There are beasts out there that won't hesitate to prey on a marmot or you. Understood. I'll search the trees to the west. The eastern part of the forest is all yours. Good luck. I do not wish to repeat this, but I shall do it anyway. To be fair, he'll probably find like a few, and I'll find a few. I have found the grizzled mouse. There was nothing. Squeak, squeak. Yes. Yes. How did you fare? I tracked down 3 of the pack, which leaves 1 unaccounted for. And what do you know? I found 1. Ah, there's the odd marmot out. Wait here a moment while I put our friends in a holding cage. Thankfully, the marmots seem to be unharmed. They've held up well in isolation, but it's much too soon to release them into the habitat. It's a good thing we were able to recapture them so swiftly. You have my thanks. Who tasked you to capture them in the first place? Why, the authority in charge of Labyrinthos, now and in perpetuity. The same officials who've had us working day and night of late, the honorable members of the Forum, who else? Suitable for consumption and easy to breed. Those were the 2 conditions I was given for the stock I was instructed to procure. I don't know what the Forum has planned for these creatures, but at the very least, I doubt they'll be served for dinner today or tomorrow. There you are, Shosov. Is this the Gleaner you mentioned, the one who was looking for lost marmots? Yeah, it is. Interesting company you keep, friend. Who are you folk, anyway? I am Cryle of the students of Valdesian. Valdesian. These others are my associates. Truth be told, the Forum's decisions of late have not sat entirely well with us. That is why we made the descent into Labyrinthos. We hoped that by seeing those decisions put into action, we might more fully understand their reasoning. Wise and practical. Never hurts to try and gain a broader perspective, does it? Anyway, duty calls. Other animals to capture and enclosures to empty. Once again, I'm sorry that I can't offer you more for your services. Oh, it's fine. Thank you. Did you learn anything new from your friend there? So we've confirmed that the order for this ambitious operation did indeed come directly from the Forum. However, the Gleaners have not been informed of its purpose. I'd say that fits with everything we've heard thus far. We've also discovered when the operation has, what the operation was begun? Was begun. I mean, that's probably, I don't know if that's a typo or not. The Forum contacted the Gleaners Guild ship and put their people to this great work some 4 days after the Telephroi made their chilling declaration. As seasoned travelers, the Gleaners keep abreast of news from every corner of the world out of necessity. Thus am I inclined to trust that their calendar of events is accurate. Altogether, it gives the distinct impression that this undertaking was a sudden and unexpected development. Yet I find it hard to believe that such a comprehensive restructuring of Labyrinthos, and its archives could have been planned in so brief a window. Nay, this plan was long in the making. They were but awaiting the right time to put it into effect. And the Telephoi's declaration, my tongue rolls really hard on that while doing the accent a little, was what set it all in motion. It seems likely, but let us not leap to conclusions just yet. For the moment, I suggest we conduct a wider investigation of Labyrinthos. The more facilities we visit, the more pieces of the puzzle we stand to find. In that case, how about we head to the Archaon? From there, we can reach the lower... What's going on, Cryo? Cryo? What's wrong? My eyes are bugging me all of a sudden. I'm fine. Truly, the sudden ascent has left me with a bit of a headache, that's all. Nothing that will stop me from soldiering on. Let's be about it then. At least allow me to take the lead. I'm fairly certain I remember the way to the Archaon. The Archaon? We follow the path east through the forest, where you were chasing after that mouse or marmot, was it? Anyway, it is the trolls you need to watch out for. Alright. Before the Archaon, as Numenon, serves as SHARLAYAN's literary archive, so does this structure house the city's wealth of material data. The architecture too is similar. This building you see is merely the upper entrance, an access point to the vaults carved into the cliffside itself. Within those vast rooms are stored countless samples and specimens, as well as the detailed records which describe them. In a manner of speaking, the Archaon contains a physical history of SHARLAYAN's unwavering dedication to the accumulation of knowledge. Oh, I'm 82. Let's go! Means I got Outburst Mastery, so I have Elemental AoEs now, or whatever, I think. I forget. Deeper into... my whole voice. Deeper into the maze, Alphino is gazing into the Archaon with an appraising look. Well, we won't learn anything of value standing out here. Let us proceed into the main building and speak with the custodian. Alright. Greetings. We're here to peruse the Archaon's vaults. Archaon, I have no idea how to pronounce it. Peruse. You are clearly not gleaners, then. Might I ask your affiliation? We belong to the students of Baldesion, but is that relevant? I was given to believe that the vaults, those open to the public at least, were open to the public. Ordinarily, yes, that would be the case. At present, however, access is restricted. Only persons directly involved in the reorganization efforts are permitted to enter. Not us, then. I suppose we had better move along to another facility. This building has a lift which connects to the middle tier, yes? Why don't we at least make use of that? That service has also been suspended, I'm afraid. For the time being, priority has been given over to the conveyance of inventory. What, so this is as far as we can go? I apologize for the inconvenience. Please come again after our restructuring operation is concluded. By that time, it'll be too late. We were so close to getting answers. We need to rethink our approach. Let us step outside for a moment, shall we? Students of Baldesion. We are at an impasse. As we have no other leads, I should like to pursue this one further. But I doubt that our stone-faced custodian will be swayed by heartfelt pleas. We must seek another means to access the lower levels. 'Tis likely that the people in this area are involved in the restructuring in one way or another. If we were to ingratiate ourselves, they might allow us to accompany them on the lift. Let us ask around. Surely someone is in need of a few strong backs to lighten the load. That's the way it be sometimes. What's that? Take you down on the lift with me? Sorry, but not a chance. I've been up and down all day, and only now I have finally found a spare moment to rest. I did see a gleaner fellow heading out the gate there, though, shouldering a large pack, engaged in some manner of task. Maybe he'll be headed down below after he's done whatever it is he's doing. Am I taking the lift? Oh, no, we're just students. They won't let us into the Archeon even though we found... Actually, we have no idea what it is we found. There's no record of such a creature anywhere, but it was wandering around Tranquility, and so we thought to donate it to the vault. Squeal, squeal. Oh, just a little squeal, don't you think? Anyway, I suppose we'll have to take care of it till the Archeon is open again. The fuck? Oh, it's you again. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm in the middle of another task. The Cloudkin I need to capture is close. Very close. Well, if you need help, I can. I mean, I might need to use the lift. You wish to help me with this too? You spend your time in unusual ways, my friend. Still, 2 hunters are generally better than 1. Very well. The canal here is a common gathering spot for birds of all kinds. The one I'm after today is the hornbill. Its feathers are green, and its cry a distinctive caw. Single it out and shoot it with a sleeping dart. Okay, so it goes caw, and it's green. The effects are short-lived, so I'll lie in wait down by the riverbank to claim our quarry. Be sure to hit the right one. Alright. I guess. Where do I gotta go? Okay, there we go. Okay, that thing said cuckoo. That's going whack. Is that thing? It's... Hiya! I missed the first time, but I got it that time. It went caw and it's green. I wonder if you could shoot him like you can shoot Grahatia in Shadowbringers. We good? I did it! Look at that, that guy like disappeared.
A fair shot. Nicely done. Let me truss this one up and I'll make my way over to you.
Not at all what I thought this man sounded like. I was just doing a random voice, but like, I wasn't expecting it. He just looks so young.
There you are. Any new revelations?
So you met with that gleaner again, this time to capture a hornbill. I understand catching and bringing in creatures from the outside, but what's the point of chasing after ones already here?
To feed things.
Oh,
yeah, I don't know.
It's a simple thing, really. Occasionally, we remove specimens no longer needed for study, or those we've had difficulty raising. But we can't simply turn them loose. Safely returning such creatures to their native habitats is another facet of a cleaner's duties. But not in this case, I'm afraid. I've been asked to bring the bird below.
The restricted section in the lower levels of Labyrinthos. Open only to a select few researchers handpicked by the Forum. The projects down there are the subject of rumor and hearsay. Forbidden magics. Advanced technologies that can never be allowed to fall into outside hands. Even Archons are not privy to the truth. Those who are, the researchers involved in this secretive work, are not permitted to walk freely in the city. and are instead required to live in isolated quarters.
That's some pretty heavy shit. It's where the Magnus archives are.
What could a facility subject to such strict security protocols possibly need with a hornbill? An experiment?
Possibly. I wasn't afforded an explanation. But judging by the requisition list given to me and my colleagues, I doubt it's for any kind of advanced research. I'd be more inclined to believe we were making preparations to migrate to the south. Mericidia or thereabouts.
What? Why would you say that?
Much of the flora and fauna we were asked to procure could serve as reliable sources of sustenance. They're comparatively hardy species too, able to endure harsh climates. And among them are specimens known to be effective in improving soil quality and purifying water.
When you put it that way, migration does sound like a reasonable assumption.
That's all it is, though. An assumption. Through our tasks, we gleaners glimpse only bits and pieces of the forum's plans. Our prime concern is that our requisitions, be they living or otherwise, are properly preserved for the knowledge of future generations. Now, I really must be going. I regret that I cannot reward you as you deserve.
Well, actually, there is something you could do for me,
Perhaps
and I'll
you might
be.
reward us after a fashion then. It is imperative that we reach the lower levels. And seeing as you are already set to descend with your assigned cargo, mayhap we could accompany you as your assistants.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. Once the animals have been prepared for transport, we send them down separately via the lift. I will, of course, follow after to make my report, but I can hardly pass you off as porters when there's nothing left to carry.
Each toll just
Indeed. Pray forget I said anything.
each toll just had to take a moment. Just
How do you feel about climbing? If you've strength and the courage to brave it, then there is another way down. This path leads to the 33rd facet, a mine shaft excavated during one of our expansions of Labyrinthos. While I cannot guarantee that the passage is safe to traverse, it should provide access to the medial circuit below.
I never even knew such a place existed. Thank you. This is the perfect solution.
You're quite welcome, but consider yourselves warned. If the going proves too treacherous, you'd do well to turn back. I bid you good day.
I like Aaronville. Nice baby. Good baby. I like his voice a lot. It was unique sounding.
Turning back is hardly an option, not when we've come this far. Let's go and take a look at this mine shaft.
Alright, let's do this. Oh, if anything will happen, you'll see it here first, folks. But if nothing happens, I'm sure something will. The medial circuit, which Aaronville mentioned, is the tier directly below it. Unlike the lowest level of Labyrinthos with its rigid security, one can usually roam the middle layer quite freely. Let us see what we might find. Oh, whoops, whoa. I talked to each... was I supposed to talk to Alpha? No, my bad. This must be it, the entrance to the mine shaft. 'Tis faint, but I hear something moving within. Creatures... home? Creatures homed there by the researchers, you think? Well, slavering beasts aside, we will need to watch our footing. We should tighten our straps and such before we continue. God, so good. The medial circuit. Elise seems eager to get underway. Assuming everyone's tightened their straps and checked their gear, then I say we head on in. Given the terrain ahead, though, it might be wise to leave some distance between us. We don't want to be stumbling over each other if it comes to a fight. Take it slow and don't forget to check your surroundings from time to time. We can meet up again at the end of the tunnel. And then everybody goes in at the same time. Alright, I guess into the dank cave. It's actually too bright with this mount. Everyone seems to have made it through without incident. Nothing of consequence, at least. And as promised, the tunnel has delivered us into the medial circuit. My whole voice has died. As I recall, this tier is where they keep a wide variety of samples for agricultural production. If Aaronville's assumption holds true, that specimens are being collected in preparation for a great migration, then we should see evidence of such plans in the area's research project. Let's follow the path to the nearest farming facility and see what we see. Uh-huh. Now I know where we are. This is Mariel Agronomics. I thought I said agronomic. Agronomics. Labyrinthos is host to a wide variety of vegetation, which allows us to conduct studies on cultivation methods utilized in foreign lands. And this is can't read. And it is this facility which coordinates and oversees those efforts. The fruits of their research go to feed their Labyrinthos colleagues, or so I hear. More notable success might make it to Agora. Food so exotic you'd be hard-pressed to guess their origin, let alone how they might taste. Indeed. Mystery vegetables without a name. Only a list of nutritional benefits scribbled on a card. I see no gleaners hereabouts. Yet these workers seem to share that same sense of urgency. It is possible they know something of the forum's plans and their underlying motivations. Worth looking into, wouldn't you say? Yeah, you're right. See what you can coax from the workers. The rest of us will do the same, or cast about for useful clues. Alrighty, I guess we're gonna go talk to everybody. Oh god, the area's cool though. I like the area a lot. I'm actually surprised that it's like a zone. I thought it was gonna be like a Hugane kind of big, like a city thing, like Sharlayan, but it's a whole big old fighty zone. Oh, hello there. We weren't expecting visitors. Not the use of the lift being restricted. How did you make it down here anyway? I'm a badass. Mine shaft, you say? Well, you're a much hardier soul than I. Under normal circumstances, I'd reward such tenacity with a guided tour of the fields, but I'm afraid the forum has us filling order lists a mile long. Massive yet detailed requests, literal wagon loads of crop samples, and hardly any time to put them together. When I first heard of this grand reorganization, I assumed we would be shuffling around old stock to make room for the new. Then came the orders for ridiculous quantities of seeds we've already thoroughly researched. Passing strange, huh? I pressed for an explanation and was met with vague assurances that all would be revealed in due course. Not the most satisfying answer. Do I have aught to be taken down below? More than I can carry and then some. Most of our stock is sent off via the cargo lift, but some has been earmarked for aerial transport. Hence the stack of crates atop that hill over there. God's hauling the lot up that slope was a job and a half. Oof, that sucks. What crops are we raising? Well, as you can see, this one is a variety of grape. Only needs a good source of sunlight to grow, and the conditions here are nothing short of perfect. Hardly surprising, given that it's native to a particular locale in the very place upon which Labyrinthos was modeled, a region in the south of Ilsabard. It boasts remarkable habitat diversity, allowing for a myriad flora and fauna to thrive. Chilly peaks in the north give way to swaths. Swaths? Oh, I misread. I thought it was saying swamps. Swamp temperative? Temperate. I can't read today. Or, well, I guess anymore. Swaths. Swaths of temperate plains, which in turn transition into a hot, humid coastline. Such beautiful territory is ever contested, as you might expect. It used to be called Corvos before the Imperials renamed it Locus Amonis. The forum saw it not as a prize, however, but as a researcher's ideal environment, one whose climates we strove to recreate within the confines of Labyrintho. It since provided a rich foundation for countless experiments in cultivation. Neat. The stacked boxes? Oh, okay. I'm gonna go not ruin this guy's job. The labels on these crates tell the story of their contents. Bundles of common seeds and saplings accompanied by sheaves of reports. Or I got a dog here or something. What the hell are these? Why are they so special? What? What's happening? Moonflower.
To look away, isn't it?
Wait, what?
But they're more than pretty flowers. Heart blooms are attuned to ambient emotion.
The guy just kind of sounded like Ardbert, so I was like, huh?
You don't seem convinced, but believe me, it's true. This ashen grey, for instance, it mirrors the anxiety and urgency of those working nearby as they rush to fulfill sudden orders. Intense feelings like those spur the petals to change colour. Bright glowing hues in the presence of joy, dark subdued shades for frustration or despair. Yet even with the collected wisdom of Sharlayan at our disposal, we've yet to identify the underlying principle of this empathic effect. And there are other mysteries besides. Although the flower is extraordinarily long-lived, its low reproductive rate has made it difficult to find younger populations growing in the wild. With too few sightings to map its distribution, and no closely related species to track, we've been unable to pinpoint its land of origin.
Is it from the moon? I don't think
To
so,
further
but we'll see.
complicate matters, every culture, even dimly aware of its existence, has given it a different name and mythos. Our attempts to study it via the historical record have been an exercise in frustration. As an avid botanist myself, I should one day like to unravel the Heartbloom's secrets. But I'm afraid other duties must take precedence. I will leave you to your thoughts.
Look at this dude just like saw me looking at flowers and he was like, finally, I can talk to someone about flowers. I'm not making, you know, that's fine. Hello, friends. Ryle, you ready to give me another scare? Oh,
Have you learned aught of interest?
just the music is what I was going out for.
A flower that reacts to one's feelings? Strange. I must say, I have never heard of such a thing.
Ryle?
This is all very fascinating. But as it stands, we failed to gain any significant insight into the forum's undertaking.
Ryle?
Indeed.
What was that?
While there is certainly enough activity to support Erenville's supposition that a priority has been placed on improving food production, unfortunately for our investigation, these workers were never informed as to how their duties serve the master plan.
If only we could interrogate the forum members directly.
I don't know if Ryle knows what it is or if it's doing something to hear about it. I'm a little worried about the sweet baby, who is also not with us anymore. She did not walk up. Is she just standing over there still?
Look, there. I think that's Erenville.
A little difficult to tell from here, but I think you're right. He did say he was coming down to make his report.
Erenville receives his orders from the Forum. Would it not follow, then, that the superior to whom he reports is a Forum member, or at least a close associate?
You mean to eavesdrop on their conversation? What of the risks?
Ours alone to bear. We won't interfere with Erenville's work, nor will he be implicated as an accomplice. If you're not comfortable taking part, I can do this alone.
Nay. I said myself that I wished to know Father's intentions, and no answers will be forthcoming should we simply ask nicely.
We can apologize later, should it come to it. Right now, we need every crumb of information we can get our hands on. Consequences be damned.
It might be best if you came along as well. In fact, we should all...
Yeah, where's Ryle? Just still vibing? but not good vibing. Just weird vibing.
Cryo?
Oh, yes, that certainly sounds like a plan.
I'm glad you agree.
Quickly! Erenville is on the move. We need to get closer before we lose him.
I am nervous.
Almost. I can almost reach you.
What the fuck? Is Cryo still feeling unwell? I've never seen her so distracted. Keep an eye on her, but keep moving too. We cannot let our quarry slip away. The full report, warts and all, Alice is not about to let Erenville out of her sight. Erenville was headed westward along the path outside the Archeon. Come, we can still catch him. Cryo? You doing okay over there, Cryo? Hold a moment. I have an idea. If memory serves, the colossal wall-like structure is Logisticon Beta, one of Labyrintho's climate control centers. It should have its own lifts with which one could access the upper or lower tiers. Aye. If I were an agent of the Forum, it would make for a convenient meeting place. But even if we happen to find Erenville in the company of said agent, we cannot expect them to reveal issues of importance as we nonchalantly stroll past. Nay, we shall have to remain undetected. Only Graha and his vanish spell were here. Oh, but there are other ways of turning invisible. Hippity hop, my little toads. That's really funny. Goodness! Oh, that you just did it without even asking. That's super funny to me. Unaccustomed to transfiguration, worry not, it will wear off with the passage of time. I suggest you and your green companions hop along and catch up with Erenville. Should you feel the magic's fading, return to me and I will refresh the enchantment. And what am I to do in the meantime? Wait here with me. In your current state of mind, you'd be as likely to leap into the jaws of a predator as you would learn anything of note. Burn. Which reminds me, where the creatures hear about. In that form, you are essentially defenseless. You have changed into a toad. You must remain transfigured in order to progress. Okay. We just gotta rush. We gotta hippity hop on our way. Oh no, Alpha no. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Alpha Toad and Alley Toad are now accompanying you. This is pretty cute. This is pretty cute and pretty funny. Pretty fucking funny, man. And I love that my Chocobo is still following me. Discuss your surroundings. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Alpha Toad attempts and fails to shake his head, but you nevertheless understand that he is telling you this is the wrong way. Ribbit, 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 ribbit. Alley Toad turns to face the north. Perhaps she's suggesting you cross the bridge. No, 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 come on, I was right there. No, 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 no. Okay, I did it. I almost got hit right by the fucking objective. Oh, thank God I found it. I almost got hit. You guys don't need to see that. I was just crying, dying inside. Is it gonna be voiced? We gotta hear what they have to say. This is very good. I'm very happy about this.
I trust you will find your compensation to be more than satisfactory.
We wish to make clear that we are pleased with the efficiency and thoroughness of your work. So much so that we have come bearing new tasks in need of your competent hand.
Kill the Baldesian people. Baldesians.
Another lengthy list. If I may speak frankly, the Gleaners have been pushed to the point of collapse by your unending demands. We are not familiars to be exploited. We are Sharlayan scholars, and we deserve an explanation for this unseemly treatment. What warrants such urgency?
In an age long past, Sharlayan was charged with a momentous duty. And now that word of the final days hangs heavy in the air, the time has come for us to fulfill that charge. I can say no more, but I promise you this. All will be revealed in due course. And when it has, you will understand that your toil was in service to the greatest good.
Then I will do your bidding. For now, but unless you wish the Gleaners to rise up in protest, I advise you to offer tangible improvements for our working conditions. Your promised revelation does nothing to address present circumstances.
A fair point. Your concerns will be conveyed to the Forum.
I wonder if he can tell, or just will know.
I hope that was informative. You may consider my debt to you repaid in full. While I do have my reservations about the Forum, I want to believe that they have our best interests at heart. Which is why I'm reassured that you're busy sniffing out the truth of things. We can ill afford to place all our eggs in one basket, this master plan of theirs, without first understanding the risks involved.
Respect.
Wait.
You didn't even really care that
How
much
did
that we
you
were
know
doing
it
that.
was us?
If you mean to impersonate a toad, try studying the real thing. And don't try to fool an expert.
That's really cute. I thought he was going to say something along the lines of, like, we've never had that type of toad here. Like, that'd be really funny, too. I suppose we should have known a Gleaner who specializes in animal procurement would not be so easily deceived. Yet he seemed inclined to put his trust in us all the same. More importantly, perhaps, we've discovered a new piece of the puzzle. This momentous duty the Forum agent mentioned. Sharlayan has been called to action, and the Telephoid's declaration was the catalyst. Whatever charge it is they hope to fulfill, they deem it of sufficient import to disrupt all of Labyrinthos, not to mention ignore Eorzea's request for aid. A guide of sorts. Alice is staring off in the direction of Erenval departed a thoughtful look on her face. What duty could warrant the direct involvement of the Forum and commitment of all its resources? Judging by what we just heard, none of the Gleaners were offered any kind of explanation. At this point, it seems abundantly clear that we'll learn nothing new by pressing them further. We should head back to Y'shtola and Cryo for the moment, see what they think of this. Welcome back. I trust you found Erenville then? Yeah, and he saw right through your transfiguration disguise. Interesting. I had a feeling you would learn something important, even if that something was simply a confirmation that no one knows much of anything. We should share this with Cryo, then discuss how we'd like to proceed. Assuming we find her back at the farm, she was still behaving oddly, so I bade her return and rest there. Perhaps not the best decision in hindsight. Would you mind checking near those flowers she was so entranced by? The rest of us can survey the more distant areas just in case she decided to wander. Yes, this is concerning. And just pluck the whole flower. She eats it. Shoso's just like, what are you doing?
The spell will keep it from wilting. She said you would need it for the journey ahead.
She? Heidelin?
Will you speak with her now? I cannot hope to match Minfilia's clarity, of course, but...
So she's like an Oracle of Light now?
Thank you.
If this is killing her, though, I'm gonna get pissed.
Do not worry. She has lent me her body for only a moment. Just as I could not save the first from the flood of light, it has become arduous for me to interact with the physical world without assistance. Though I might converse with you for a time, the incorporeal form I assumed on the ship would be incapable of casting even the simplest enchantment. It is in the depths of the ethereal sea, the place to which all life returns, where my influence is greatest. After Minfilia's sacrifice on the first, it was to the sea, here in the source, where I ferried her soul. I wished that gentle spirit to find rest in the world she loved so well. Her, and another who may yet have a part to play, though that will depend on you. Take the flower, walk free, for you are free to go where you wish, to believe what you will. That blue will be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. In darkness, seek joy. Surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair. Walk free, and bear the light for others to follow. Together, raise it aloft and let it shine till the end, blinding and radiant.
After genuinely not hearing Heidelin for a long time, it's very conflicting to hear her.
All too brief. Already she seems so far away.
Like, it's the weirdest mix of, like, it's good to hear you, but also I don't know if I can trust you. And it's really, like, it's making me actually just tear up, just hearing her and see, like, cause, like, I feel bad if she really is good, you know. Geez. It's very fucking good, though. This shit is amazing.
My apologies if I startled you. Ever since we began our descent into Labyrinthos, I had sensed another's will, straining to reach out. Even with my particular talents, though, I was unable to make a connection at first. So weak and tenuous it was, once I took hold of that wispy thread. Imagine my surprise to discover it was Heidelin herself. Needless to say, it seemed wise to learn what we could before letting go.
She looks tired. I'm kind of worried.
Her answers were more cryptic than I would have liked, but at least she left us with a guide of sorts, that unusual flower.
I'm sorry.
Yes, we are definitely making progress.
We are 5 hours in and have not started the freaking dungeon.
We've done nothing wrong.
So we better be. Corin and I were just talking about the fact that this expansion's probably going to be the longest as well, and it's going to be so fucking good, because it already is. Hello. How are you, dickhead? These are my kids now.
What business has the Forum with us?
Obstruction and suppression, apparently.
Mistress Baldessian, our records show you facilitated the Scions' entrance into Sharlayan by claiming them as assistants for your organization. We are aware of your investigations. After alerting the major institutions to the presence of potential troublemakers, we received word from an Archean custodian.
Oh, I was the elevator guy. I knew it.
Operating under the auspices of the students, skulking about Labyrinthos and engaging in clandestine behavior.
In all seriousness, though, Fortuno's voice is fucking choice.
Clandestine? We may not have entered Sharlayan as scions, but we did naught to conceal our identities. Our only purpose in this city is to seek the truth. I can think of no reason why our actions should warrant the Forum's intervention.
'Tis not our way to discourage the pursuit of knowledge, but the timing of such pursuits must be considered, not to mention their potential impact. With the world in chaos, we, the true caretakers of wisdom, have committed ourselves to an undertaking that demands the utmost discretion. And we will not risk its success by turning a blind eye to disruptive foreign elements in our midst.
What then is to be our fate? Will you put us on a ship back to Eorzea?
The Forum will convene to examine your case. The results of said inquiry will determine your future in this city. As for your absent companion, he has already been detained.
Graha! But why? Is reading a crime now, too?
Reading is encouraged, celebrated even. Not, however, of the volumes shelved in the restricted section of the library.
Oh, Graha.
Refusing to comply will only make matters worse. Let us instead treat this as an opportunity to open a dialogue with the Forum.
If you say so.
Silence is often one's best defense. I would advise against prolonging the proceedings with frivolous discourse. But enough. This is not the place for debate. The rostra await.
Oh. Stress. Stress. Graha's default ass cat pose makes him look so mad.
Forgive me. I was careless.
Trying to move my chair back a
We would
little.
have been detained regardless. This way, at least, we managed to stay together. I trust your time within the Forbidden Archives was well spent.
Okay, at least he found something.
Forum will come to order. This inquiry is now in session. As Speaker-elect, I will be presiding over the day's proceedings. Master Fortuno, would you be so kind as to restate the matter which compelled you to summon your colleagues with such urgency?
As you are all aware, we recently denied Eorzea's request for Sharlayan assistance. Since then, certain individuals dissatisfied with our decision have taken it upon themselves to interfere with our work. They entered our nation masquerading as associates of the students of Baldessian. But these malcontents are better known as the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. These militants wield influence with both the Eorzean and Eastern alliances, and are inextricably involved with the crises presently afflicting the world at large. Loose in our city, these warmongers sought to meddle with and expose matters of state secret. What are they, if not a dire threat to be expelled?
Trial is so
tarnished the
cute.
good name of the students. Galuf would be ashamed.
Galuf Baldessian was never one to forsake his fellow man. Even if this nation closed every door and retreated from the world, he would have found a way to help the Scions, help every soul of this star fight back against the coming doom.
A terrible enemy stands poised to lay waste to all we hold dear. In the face of such madness, Eorzea reached out to Sharlayan, a respected ally, in the hopes of forming a united front. Was your curt dismissal truly the best you could offer? Or are you so preoccupied with your momentous duty of an age long past that even the end of the world is unworthy of your attention?
Whence came this revelation?
From the mouth of a forum member within fortuitous earshot.
Then it seems your findings support my own. The reason I visited the restricted shelves was to study records of the forum's policy-making process, to better understand the historical trends underlying their most major decisions. At first glance, the positions of neutrality in war and the accumulation of knowledge above all else appear constant and consistent, the unchanging pillars of Sharlayan society. And once upon a time, I might have left it at that. These days, however, I am more attuned to the subtleties of things.
Yeah.
And so I noticed something odd.
Thank God for all that time in the Crystarium.
From a particular point in time, the purpose of these policies shifted. No longer was knowledge preserved for the benefit of society. Rather, society was to be gradually reshaped to ensure the preservation of knowledge.
Love Graha's voice too. All these voice actors are great. Even the side characters are killing
The
it.
most conspicuous and telling change was the one which befell Labyrinthos. Once little more than an oversized storehouse, an enormous allocation of funds saw it transformed into an advanced research and archival facility. I also discovered a fascinating account on the finances of our Dravanian colony. The settlement attracted students from far and wide, and the connections and tuition fees thus acquired were funneled into further improvements for the archives. Now, there is no question that our nation's progress is tied to the acquisition of wisdom. Nevertheless, the vast resources diverted for this purpose borders on the obscene. But returning to the matter of when, our change in course appears to have been made some 270 years ago.
The very same period when Sharlayan scholars in the hinterlands began a formal study of the ethereal sea. You found something, did you not? And whatever it was, gave rise to your oh-so-important duty.
Fucking Ishtola, your oh-so-important duty.
Mind your tongue, Archon. If you had seen...
Wait, what? I find your lack of faith disturbing. Just Forge choking this guy?
Yes.
What's happening?
We are bound by a duty we cannot ignore.
Can he not say what it was?
Knowing this, what would you have us do?
Unless he was just stopping himself.
Abandon our vital work and join you on the field of battle? We will never choose the way of the sword. We will fulfill our mission, not through strife and bloodshed, but survival. Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
Trailer
Do what
lines.
you must, then. But we scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
Ding! Slams that shit down.
Such misguided zeal.
Father, Master Fortuno, I fail to understand the stance you have elected to take. But by the same token, I have yet to find a compelling argument to counter the challenge you put to us in Gridania. Still, in the midst of my uncertainty, I must trust in myself to do what is right, as others have chosen to trust in me. So I will continue, as I always have, weighing the consequences of my every action, and allowing my hope for the future to inform my decisions.
That's quite enough. Have you all forgotten the reason for this assembly?
Skolok Monteshane. He's the head of the studium and an old friend of my grandfather's.
Honestly, every discussion devolves into some interminable debate. Terrible habit. Let's return to the topic at hand, By their own admission, these scions have resolved to fight alongside the Eorzean nations against the doom which swift approaches. But there exists no evidence of an attempt to incite our citizens to do the same.
Burn.
Furthermore, while our decision may well have been the correct one, we cannot simply bull our way through these disagreements without inviting doubts or objections. Put yourselves in their place. Who among you would leave a tome unopened if an elder forbid you read it with no reason given? Now, if we're to quell further discontent, then we must conclude this matter with a fair and even hand.
He believes in what, Sharlayan's doing, but knows that it's not fair to also stop them because they haven't been actually interfering. Good for him.
Master Monteshane raises some valid points. Keeping such concerns in mind, I propose we enforce the following measures. Until further notice, the students of Baldesion are to cease any and all activities within the domain of Sharlayan. You will also refrain from any further investigation into the Forum's decisions and duties. Failure to comply with these restrictions will result in the immediate expulsion of your Scion associates. Let us put this judgment to a vote. All in favor, raise your hand.
There's a lot of people that did not actually raise their hand. I can't tell how many, though.
I count 51 for and 48 against.
Damn
the
it.
Proposal is passed.
It was pretty close.
Students,
It was practically 50-50.
scions, you have heard the Forum's judgment.
Not that they can do
Pray
that.
abide by it, or face the consequences. Honored members, I thank you for your time. This inquiry is concluded.
Well, that sucks. Well, at least we've been allowed to remain in the city, and our endless investigations have not been in vain. We now know that this mysterious duty of theirs began with whatever the Forum discovered in the Ethereal Sea. With our freedom so sorely curtailed, however, we will struggle to learn aught more of substance here in Sharlayan Dungeon. Estate visitor. Alice has a look of dissatisfaction. The overall... Oh my god. Sorry. The overall picture has grown clearer, yes, but that's in spite of the Forum... What is happening to me? I feel like I have to hiccup and it's not coming. The Forum being so maddeningly vague about this duty of theirs. Why are they so reluctant to explain their actions in plain words? Survival come what may. If Father's work is so vital that it takes precedence over his own family. Is Father's work so vital? Alphino? Alice? It is you! Who dat? Is that your mom? When I heard you'd been dragged before the Forum, I came as swiftly as I could. I am so very glad they allowed you to stay. Mother? Oh, she cute. Oh, damn, she got a big old ponytail. I thought she had short hair for a second. Emilience, Olivier, at your service. And you fine people must be the scions of the 7th Dawn. How lovely it is to finally meet you. It's nice to meet you, too. Mother, please, we don't wish to make things difficult for you. It would reach his father that you were here. Oh, bother that. Am I to be chastised for speaking with my own children? I am well aware that you and Master Fauchenal are not on the best of terms at the moment, but I've been absolutely desperate to see my darlings again. You will come by the house, won't you? I have gifts waiting. Clothes? Is it their new clothes? The timing couldn't be better. As matters stand, we shan't be going anywhere until we discuss matters with Thancred's group and reconsider our options. Go, visit your home. We'll be back at the annex when you are ready to rejoin us. I'm not sure. Shosov, what do you think? Why are you asking me? Shosov? The Shosov Oshidari? What a splendid day this has turned out to be. Champion of Eorzea, I insist that you join us. Oh, okay, sure. But we must be quick about it. Not for my own benefit, but should my husband return and I find you enjoying our hospitality, the servants will be made to suffer the consequences. Shosov, if you would be so kind as to escort my children to the estate. Why don't you? Well, I guess... I don't know. Wait. Whatever. And then she was gone. And with her, any opportunity... Oh, that's probably why. With any opportunity to protect... Because she knows her daughter. Indeed. The matter is settled. Enjoy yourselves, you three. Hey, Corin. She cute! I also love that she knows, Alice well enough to be like, she will clearly not let me bring her friend over, so I'm just going to leave. I apologize. My mother is not one to take no for an answer. Still, I am relieved even to see her in such high spirits. What say you, Shosov? Though it seems we shall have little enough time to enjoy it, will you accompany us to visit our home? Fine, if we're going, then let's get it over with. But be sure to stay in the entrance hall. No peeking into our private chambers, thank you very much. Why ever not? Your room was always perfectly neat and tidy. Everyone has things they'd rather keep to themselves, don't they? Cherished mementos you couldn't bring yourself to throw away, childhood toys. I mean, never mind. Levier Estate is that way, straight toward the stairs. Come on, stairs. Foreign. I love that Alice probably has a bunch of stuffed animals in her room, and she's like, don't you fucking look in my room. I think that's really fucking funny. When Alice and I were little, this bridge was as far as we were permitted to wander alone. I say alone, but my mother or servant was always somewhere nearby, keeping a watchful eye. And now look at us, traveling to different continents, different worlds, even. Alice. As children, Alphino and I would often wait here for our father to come home from work. It must have been a day when his meetings ran long, because I remember growing restless and leaning out over the railing to watch the water rush by. Father, of course, arrived at that exact moment, came pounding down with a panic, crying out my name, and here you are at last. Please, do come in. Oh, good times, good tidings. Family, friends, possibly new outfits. Oh my god, I didn't even realize how big their house was. I haven't really directly looked at it.
What are you gawping at?
House Levier. House Levier in all its grandeur.
Oh, gods, please don't. It makes me feel like a spoiled princess.
Lord Fortuneau is not to hear of this visit. And I should also like the children to have their gifts, ere my husband makes his return.
As you wish, my lady.
Sorry, I was talking to my partner. And they got to the dungeon, so I need to hurry the fuck up.
Alice, if you'd accompany me upstairs.
Why does this one sound so innocent?
Be long.
Don't worry. Take your time. I mean, your dad shows up, I'll just punch him in the face. Not really, won't do that. That'd be mean.
The twins have been sending letters home from time to time, recounting their latest adventures. I am sure they withhold certain details, of course, if only to keep me from worrying. Yet a mother worries all the same. In the early days especially, I tried to support them as best I could, sending the Scion's coin and other such donations. Fortunately, they have found the strength to overcome adversity time and time again. Their words grow more confident with every letter, their depictions more vivid. The triumphs and defeats, the joys and sorrows. It is clear that they have come to find value in every experience.
That's good.
But of those they treasure most, it would seem that meeting you might be the most impactful. Why, since that fateful day, I do believe there has not been a single missive in which you were not mentioned by name.
That's cute. Really? Oh, my eyes go
It is plain
all crazy,
they
sorry.
care for you, and I am glad they have such a steadfast companion watching over them.
I'm glad to have them myself.
Under normal circumstances, I would offer you tea, but alas, these are anything but. In any event, why don't you keep me company whilst we await my children's return? Perhaps you might regale me with a tale or two of your exploits.
Okay, if you insist. Well, you see, there was this one time my brother, my partner, and I went inside this place called Regine. And it was fun. It was not good, though, because sometimes literally everybody else forgot their fucking stupid potion things that boost your stats. It happens, it happens. Oh, hell yeah! Finally!
Gifts, I wasn't sure what to expect.
Alright, Alice finally looks cool for the first fucking time in the whole goddamn game. She got some crazy fucking heels. What the fuck?
Oh, look how well it fits you. And the style is to your liking?
Oh shit, she looks so fucking cool! I mean, I don't know what's up with the fucking shorties
Exactly what
shorts.
I would have chosen. But please, tell me you had something different made for Alphino.
Alphino just walks down wearing the same shit, but it's blue, and he's like, oh, we picked this, and he just like runs away.
Naturally. You are hardly little children anymore. And while I shall miss dressing you in those precious matching outfits,
That was their mom?
individuals you have grown to become.
That's why they looked like that? Oh god, back when Sam Riegel voiced Alphino. Oh my boy. Oh my god, he looks so good.
Thank you for the splendid clothes, Mother. Stylish, comfortable, and eminently practical.
This boy came downstairs and said that his clothes that his mom gave him were stylish. I'm crying right now.
I am so glad you like them. They are, however, missing one final touch.
If you'd allow me, Master Alphino.
Oh my god, is this how he gets the sage stuff too? He gets it from his mom? Is that what's going on? Oh, ha, 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 ha. My boy.
Wait. Are these...
A sage's tools of the trade. They belonged to your father. Though he may as well be chained to his desk these days, as a student he was often called upon to venture into the field. He wielded those armaments, both to heal and to harm in no few battles. None so fierce as those you two have braved, perhaps, but battles nonetheless. Thus did I pull them out of storage, to show you that he was not always the man who stands in vehement opposition to you now. And also because it would be a terrible waste of ridiculously expensive House Leveilleur commissioned artistry.
Wonder how expensive they were, holy shit. For even her to consider them expensive with how rich they are. She literally just has the soul stone.
These devices are quite difficult to master, but someone of your extensive experience should soon have them darting about with grace and aplomb. May the wisdom in that crystal serve you well. And please, try to find common ground with your father, that you might come and go without need for this awful subterfuge.
Also, my character's just grinning in the background. It's me. God damn, this design is so fucking perfect. They look so perfect.
I promise.
Also, the joke at the end of 5.3 about their lack of...
gifts to you before you run off are an observation and a suggestion.
About them not getting to keep their clothes and not getting as much development as certain other characters did, even though they still got good development. But just not as much as especially Thancred. And now this game is just like, Alpha Nova and Ali say they're gonna change so fucking much.
Firstly, Fortuno has ever been a serious man, but it was only after you were born that he truly lost himself in his work. I may not know the Forum's inner workings, but I know your father's. The timing of that change in him holds some significance. Secondly, do not seek to best your father with words. Far better that you simply show him. Let him discover the merit of your actions, after they cannot be undone.
So she basically just said, fuck him, but love him. Don't give him a chance to stop you, just do it.
We shall take your wisdom to heart. Thank you again for these gifts, and farewell for now.
Safe travels, my children. Eat well, stay warm, and keep your friends close.
So long. That was good. The complete opposite of their father. How the fuck? Thank you for indulging Mother's request. I can see it meant a lot to her. And I shall refrain from inquiring as to the content of your private conversation. Our visit was all too brief. For now, however, it will have to suffice, as will these tokens of home that we carry with us. These gifts to help us remember who we are and whence we came. But enough sentimentality. Let us return to the annex and rejoin our companions. This game is so good, and we're like not even close to the end. Enjoyed your time with the Leviers, I hope. I would ask how the twins fared, but their new outfits tell the tale. I only hope we can help them to reconcile with their father, and they might return home one day with their heads held high. In the meantime, we edge ever closer to the secret the Forum strives to hide, and the flower bequeathed to you by Heidelin is sure to guide us going forward. I'm confident that once we've heard your report from Thavnair, we'll be well equipped to plot out our next move. Into the dark of the tower. Alright, I guess the next quest is the dungeon, because this is going to be a long expansion. We can definitely say that for sure now. So, Corin and I are going to do that next video. We're going to double DPS it, because this video is almost 2 hours long already. That's But no, I'm having a great time. If you guys are enjoying, you know, leave a thumbs up. It helps a lot. And we've done over 400 subscribers, which is crazy. I'm wondering if we could hit 500 by the end of the year. Would be really cool if you're still listening. But I hope you guys are staying safe with everything going on, and we'll be doing the Tower of Zot next time. Oh, this shit is so good. But like I said, hope you're staying safe. Love you all. Hope your dreams come true, and I will see you guys next time. So peace out, everyone.